Hello again. So, a little bit more about Freud's psychoanalytic or psychodynamic theory. According to Freud, we pass through 5 stages of psychosexual development. These all take place in the unconscious mind. We're not aware of it. So, in the first year of life, we are said to be in the oral stage. We get pleasure, according to Freud, by using our mouth. So, we make sounds, we feed, we put pacifiers or other toys in our mouths. And at each stage, potentially, we could get fixated or stuck. So if our parents feed us too much or too little, if they try to wean us off the bottle or the breast and get us to eating solid foods all the time, too early, too late, potentially, we could get fixated or stuck in that stage. And we may try to do other things with our mouth to get pleasure later. We may eat too much, we may talk a lot, we may be nail biters, or maybe you chew on the ends of your pen, perhaps, or smoke. In the second stage, though, we are in the anal stage. And the anal stage, in part, is about toilet training. Okay, we want to help kids use the potty successfully. But really, the stage is more about control, possibly parental control. Your parents are starting to tell you, around ages 1 to 3, you can't go there, don't touch that, that's too dangerous, watch out. But it's more about self-control. Do I have the self-control necessary so that I can make it to the restroom and use the potty? Or when mommy said, don't touch the stove, do I have the self-control to not actually touch it because it could be dangerous? Now, if our parents try to put too many restrictions or too few on us, if they try to toilet train us too early, too late, if they try to force the issue too much, we could get stuck in that stage. And you've heard of people who are described as being very anal or anal retentive. They're kind of control freaks. They might have OCD, perhaps, very neat, precise, organized, and so on. The other extreme is that they could be anal expulsive, not explosive, expulsive, meaning they release a lot of control. They're messy, chaotic, disorganized, and so on. Either way, it could be because parents exerted too much or too little control. The third stage is an interesting one. From about 3 to 6, we are in the phallic stage. And this is where the Oedipus and the Electra complexes occur. According to Freud, we develop an attraction, unconsciously, to our opposite sex parent, young boys attracted to their moms, young girls attracted to their dads, and we feel a rivalry or a tension with our same-sex parent because they're already getting some of that opposite sex parent's time and attention and love and affection. And so unconsciously, according to Freud, it sets up a bit of a rivalry, a tension with our same-sex parent. But if you can't beat them, join them. So by the end of the stage, according to Freud, we start to identify more with our same-sex parent. We want to be just like them. And at the unconscious level, Freud believes that's because we feel like if we can be just like them, we can win over the love of someone just like that opposite sex parent. Now, if we're missing a parent, if our parents are divorced, we don't get to spend much time with one of them. If one is deceased or abusive, Freud's claim is that we may wind up becoming very effeminate or very emasculated or potentially even gay because we don't have that opposite sex parent to develop an attraction to, or we don't have that same sex parent who we can identify with. Got a lot of evidence showing that's wrong, by the way, but that's what Freud believed. And Freud's claim then is that if all goes well in that stage, eventually, guys, you should want to be a lot like your dad and eventually marry someone kind of like your mom. Ladies, Freud's claim is that if all goes well in that stage, you should eventually kind of be like your mom and you should eventually want to marry someone kind of like your dad. That's what he said. The next stage, oral, anal, phallic, latent is the 4th stage. Latent means hidden. Remember we talked about the latent content of dreams earlier in the semester? Freud's claim is that sexual desires really play very little role in this stage during elementary school. We focus more on schoolwork, hobbies, and same-sex friendships. That's kind of when, boys are weird, girls have cooties, that kind of stuff. And then eventually, by the time puberty kicks in, we reach the final stage, genital. And according to Freud, in that stage, we should start developing sexual attraction towards our peers of the opposite sex. That's what he said. Hope that helped you understand it a little bit better. See you next time.